Shane, how much help will you bring to Eric, you being a head coach at one time, and him in his first job here as a head coach?
Well, hopefully I can help him some. I think we've talked some in the last couple of weeks. Until you sit in that head coaching position, you always feel like you're ready for the job. But until you sit in that seat for the first time, you realize that everything runs through you. And so hopefully I can be a guy that Eric can lean on. Being in that position before, he gets pulled in a lot of different directions, whether it's in season or out of season. Right now he gets a lot of functions around town that he needs to get to, and hopefully not only myself but the guys that have had a lot of responsibility before can take some of that responsibility off him and kind of handle some of those things. So, I think the biggest thing that Eric realizes is, he's got a lot of experience on this staff, and he has a lot of guys he can lean on, and I think he's done a good job of that so far.
What sold you on Coach Wolford?
Well, I had a chance to get to know him last year, actually about a year and a half ago when he was in Illinois, and really had heard about his passion for coaching, and then knowing that he was going to come back here and talking to him about how excited he was to come back to Youngstown and to help get this program back to where the expectations are. It really sold me, and he was very upfront with me as far as letting me do what I wanted to do offensively, which is very important for me. I think, when you're a coordinator and you have a chance to do, what you want to do, he has some ideas of what he wants, and we're going to throw in some things that he did at Illinois and South Carolina into some things that not only I've done but our staff has done in our last coaching assignments. And it was very important for me to get to a place where I felt good about the direction of the program and about the leadership, and I feel really good about what Eric wants to do here.
Coach, are you an offensive coordinator who's down on the field or up in the box?
We talked about that today. I've been both. I was early in my career in Miami. I was on the field, in the box, and then really the last 6 years I was on the field. So we talked about that today. We'll probably make some trial runs throughout the spring and see how that is. And it's not as much as me as is the rest of the staff to make sure that we have the people we need both on the field and in the press box, because there's a lot more than just the coordinator. We got to have eyes everywhere.
The game has changed a little bit offensively with all these hand signals. Is that something that is part of your philosophy?
Well, we're going to be a no-huddle football team. I think, probably if you ask everybody around the country, probably 75% of the people are no-huddle now. There's just different ways to run no-huddle. So, the thing that we've got to sell is we want to be a fast-tempo football team. It's going to be very imperative when we start practicing that our guys pick up our system, pick up our signals, pick up the way we want to run our tempo throughout the not only practice but the games. And we just got to find out what fits us best. But we're going to try to be a fast tempo team, and we're going to throw a lot at our guys early and see how much we can retain throughout the 15 practices. And again, I think coming out of the spring we'll have an idea of what we want to be offensively and what we can do. But it's going to take probably those 29 days of fall camp, as we get ready for Penn State, is to see what our final product will be.
What are your impressions of Youngstown so far?
It's been, the people have been really receptive, which is, I think, the thing that you see from an outsider. Obviously knowing a lot about the program, and growing up in Ohio, I knew some about the city, but just being here day to day, I think you see how excited the people are. How much support they give our athletic department, especially football, and what their expectations are. This has been a program that has spoiled people in the past. I think they realize that you've got a chance to win. We have won. They want to see a national championship here, and that's what makes it exciting. I think you realize you have a chance to do that, and the people expect that. And some people can come in and say, well, that puts a lot of pressure on you, but at the same time, as a coach, that's what you want. You want to be a team that there are high expectations, because that, at least you feel like you have a chance. There's a long way to get there, and not only between the Missouri Valley Conference, Mid-American Conference, Big Ten, SEC, there's a fine line really between first and last place, and there really is. We've got to find our edge. We've got to get back to the top, and it's not going to be easy because there's some really good teams in this conference, and there's some really good teams in this division throughout the country. But I think we've got a chance. The traditions here, and hopefully we can get the guys to believe in that and then bring the guys in the future that want to be a part of that.